Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved, and for once, OBS actually captured the damn video within seconds of me starting up the game. So that, and the game's frozen. Okay, there we go. That wasn't an issue. I was about to say, that bodes ill for my luck, and then I'd immediately just froze for no reason. Jeez. Yeah. Some people think that getting good luck means, oh, I'm gonna be lucky today, or whatever. Personally, I find it's usually the opposite. If you're getting lucky, if you're getting really, really lucky, it usually means, well, that you're not gonna, statistics will reassert themselves, so to speak. You know? Return things to the median, as it were. Now, let me just rob this place real quick, because that is a core gameplay mechanic. A core gameplay loop, in fact, running around robbing places for some reason in this game about how to fucking plague. I don't know. Now, the looting I get. You know, looting the houses that have been ravaged by the plague. That just makes sense. Robbing people, on the other hand, well, I'm not against it. Obviously. I mean, look at, like, what half my videos are on. But, it's just that I'm surprised that, you know, Dankovsky isn't against it. And yeah, at the moment I have nothing really to do. The day hasn't really properly started, so I'm just wandering around, robbing places and doing the rounds. Got anything to say?
What has that blunderhead found in the well? Ah. Oh, the fool.
My girl has grown up. I pray she survives this hell. Rather fond of your daughter myself. I need to get inside the cemetery. Do I? What for? I can verbally describe everything you can possibly see there. Just a ward full of demented people. Multiply it 100-fold. Add the sand plague. And there you go. That's the cemetery. I'm bound by duty, apparently. No, Doctor. Even if the sand plague is merciful to you, the inhabitants of the cemetery will not extend similar kindness. You are our last hope. The only doctor that hasn't succumbed to despair and is still fighting. Risking your life would be the last thing I would do, even if that meant becoming the next victim of Sabarov's abuse. Not the last to keep on fighting. All the rest are doomed. Reuben, I can imagine the fate he has chosen. I know whose precious blood he is draining for his vaccine. Reuben will pay his price, fully and very soon. It doesn't take a prophet to see that. Pardon me, Burke is still fighting. Ah, yes, the Harrisbecks. I'm afraid young Burke doesn't have much time left. He has been labeled an outlaw. It seems that everyone but I thinks him to be a monster, and he will never be left at peace after what happened today. It's not like I can avoid risking my life anyway. The cemetery is a graveyard of its own. An educated risk is one thing. Lying down into a grave and giving an order to start filling it up is different. Although the latter seems to be the safer option than delving into the cemetery. I will get there sooner or later anyway. Better later than sooner, then. For every spare hour will add to your chances. Thank you for your concern. That didn't help me that much, or did it? Maybe I should swing by Sabarov, see what he has to say on the matter.
It's hard for us to...
Along the way, of course, you can swing by Andre Stalmatin's pub to pick up some more coffee. Like I said before, coffee is a vile drink, but... Oh no. That's a problem. Yeah, coffee is a vile drink, but that's necessary. Gotcha. But first, now that I think about it, I should really stop by Vlad to get a map of the new plague zones. Let's go see if Ruben is doing okay. Oh, that looks cool. Blue flame. Hey, you doing alright? The place is infected and all that. I'm sure you're doing fine.
Master would have approved of my actions.
You're here at last. Damn my position. I have no choice but to hide from the townsfolk, see? I can understand their anger. They have armed search parties to hunt me down, as if I were spreading the plague rather than trying my best to stop it. Any good news? Oh yes. We won't be able to produce a full-fledged vaccine in these conditions, true. But with a little bit of luck, we'll succeed to make a reliable preventative formula. Admittedly, the effect of the injection won't last longer than 10 hours or so. Still, if it proves effectual, many lives will be saved. 10 hours, you say? That's a lot of time. You could scour a whole infected district in that time. If it really prevents the disease entirely for that time. Yes. They could go door to door. But how? And just grab and take everything worth anything. Yes, that's promising. Alright. Yeah, so, what exactly are you planning to do? As you undoubtedly remember, our first attempt at making a vaccine involved a microbe that was already dead. To this, the organism produced almost no immune reaction. In our second attempt, we had a weakened microbe to experiment with. Weakened by, well, you know how. The third vaccine, then, to be made on the basis of a living specimen. Bacterium dies when extracted from a life-sustaining environment. Do we need to collect a portion of infected blood from someone who's still alive? That shouldn't be too hard to find. I've seen sufferers on the ground, all over the place in the infected districts. Something along those lines. Brace yourself, Bachelor. We need a human heart. A heart that is still alive and beating. This is the meat that will make our curative broth. Why can't we just bring an infected person here and collect their blood? I tried it already. Didn't you say the bacterium dies along with the blood cells? It is even more drastic than that. The microbe survives for mere moments in its pure state. It splits, it converts the blood cells, and it dies. Huh. That's interesting. However, a heart muscle. What do you mean its pure state? What I mean is, the state the bacterium is in when the immune system begins to fight it. There are several stages of the microbe development. We need to nail the intermediate one. What does a living heart have to do with all that? If the sickness spreads to the heart, it makes a kind of colony there. I know it may sound ridiculous. I'm not really a scientist. I merely recall the observations I've made. An infected heart would allow us to extract the bacteria at its most pure, most potent state, provided we work fast enough. Fast enough? Why don't we just bring an infected person here and take as many blood samples as needed, one after another? That won't do. The infection must have progressed to an irreversibly critical state. Whoever carries it would be in agony by the time. We don't have to cut the patient up right here, though. I believe we have about 30 minutes to bring the heart here from wherever it is obtained. What if you take a dog or a rat? Some of my associates have tried it already. Associates, you say? No point whatsoever. Human organisms will not produce antibodies to fight animal infections. Our enemy is sly as the devil himself. It's as if the disease wanted us to take this symbolic step. I think you're ascribing too much anthropomorphism to it. It's more likely it's just doing as best as it can to survive. But yes, it is rather curious. You've done a bloody great deal, my dear colleague. So have your associates, however scarce they were. Young Berg offered his help. He was going to dissect the dying anyway, but he's already more than 6 hours late, so I'm forced to request your assistance. If we're unable to find Burke, you'll have to perform the grisly task yourself. Burke was going to dissect the people while they're still alive? I'd like you to know that he is set to achieve a rather noble feat. He wants to duplicate his father's success. While we are busy trying to protect the healthy, he wants to make a concoction that will enable him to cure the sick. He calls it a panacea. A cure-all, then? Reportedly, he's made quite a bit of progress on it. A cure-all, That's an interesting term for it. Why does he... I'll try to find Burke. Please do. This is by far the best bet. I guess the Ogimskis would know where their protege may be found. But if you're unable to get a hold of him soon enough... Perhaps you are better suited to the task? That'll rest me the moment I step foot outside. Even if I conceal my face, the portions of my body will give me away. I wouldn't have asked for your help if there was another option. No, I refuse to take part of this. Wait a minute, I changed my mind. It kind of forced me to say I refuse to take part in this. Okay then, I don't have any problems with this, frankly. Taking living hearts from the people who are going to die anyways, that seems pretty reasonable. I will eagerly await your return. Just remember, you have to act fast after you have procured the heart. You'll be pressed for time. Leading the donor closer to here would help. If someone you know would kindly agree to help, do not refuse it, as long as they are reliable. They will. You can count on me. However effective the vaccine proves to be, we have to try. He has to know where to find the man. Yeah. Alright. First, we swing by regular Vlad. Or, not regular Vlad. There is no regular Vlad. There's just big Vlad and small Vlad. There's no medium Vlad. Alright, the disease has evaded us twice already, but now it is firmly within our grasp. All we require is a heart that contains a living pathogen. They say Burke is a virtuoso of the scalpel, so I merely need Ogimsky to introduce us. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that I still haven't actually needed to use any of this schmouder yet. I mean, I imagine a lot of that is due to me doing such a good job of avoiding getting myself infected. But, oh dear. That's an infected house if I've ever seen one. You okay, Vlad?
Who lives without folly is not so wise as he thinks.
Tonight, the patrols were grabbing anyone who looked even remotely suspicious. 24 people were arrested just for having a knife or other weapon in their possession. Many were taken for not giving out Yakla's accomplices, others for looting the dead of their homes. What will happen to these people? Almost all of them are innocent. There's no direct evidence that proves otherwise. They're awaiting the judgment of an inquisitor, who's bound to arrive here very soon. Tomorrow night, I think, or early on the next day. But since it's going to be either or for Kaminsky, I wouldn't expect much lenience. Why are you so sure of their innocence? Because the patrolman would have killed anyone proven guilty. However tenuous the accusation during the arrest, if they didn't feel in the right ending those people's lives, then the arrested are innocent. Perhaps a few of them might just happen to be robbers, but that's pure coincidence. Yeah, probably true enough. This is kind of an issue. It's actually a big issue, a bigger issue than you might think, depending on how they're... Because the problem is that prisons tend to be hotbeds of disease. Well, either depending on things, like they either wind up being hotbeds of disease or the safest places, depending on if... but yeah, if there's a big influx to the prisons of potentially infected people, yeah, that's a problem. Also, it's a problem just because a lot of people are being arrested for the most tenuous of accusations, and probably won't get a fair trial, so yeah. This is a disgrace. Rest assured that I will speak with Saburov about that. I want to bribe the executor guards and free some of these people. Would you be willing to help me? With pleasure. An unexpected gesture from you, though. What's your motive? Duty. I don't readily sympathize with people regardless of which side of the bars they're on, but I feel responsible for any acts committed by those with power. It is my duty to undo and compensate at least a fraction of the damage inflicted by the law enforcer's incompetence. Alright, I'll collect as much money as I can. Severov was driven to paranoia by the barbers, so much so that he organized a raid. Half the town was in attendance and many innocent people were killed or wrongly imprisoned. While the dead cannot be helped, I can still try to give the survivors their freedom. Yeah. Don't know if... Oh, right. Still gotta do the math. I'm not certain bribing the people is the best solution to this, but oh well.
Your most important mission is saving.
Yeah, saving. Alright. Sell you the map at a big discount. Almost for free. It'll only be 1,000. Alrighty then. Yep. It's about more or less what I expected. Didn't know about this, but can't say I'm surprised. Oh, people have moved back into the scoured area. Alright. The battle lines have been redrawn then. Also, I love the fact that I had the option to respond to that guy's price with, "Are you joking? I'm barely scraping by." Meanwhile... yeah, I'm doing pretty well for myself, if I do say so myself. And I do. Probably because most of the resources I've gotten aren't from buying stuff, it's from stealing. Yeah, you know, that helps. The fact that I've barely bought anything in this game so far. I saw this one post, so, you know, when I was like looking something up, where someone was mentioning, "Oh no, I'm playing the Bachelor and I'm struggling with food and all that." It's like, and this wasn't even like late in the game where, I don't know, maybe you start to struggle with food. This was like early game. It's like, man, how do you struggle with food in this game? Anyways.
I can't breathe. Not enough air.
Do you know where Burke is hiding? Oh, I thought you two didn't really get along. Are you looking for him? I don't think we've spoken, so... Yes, I sorely need to find him. And you'll be most unhappy to learn that he's been seized on Sabarov's orders. I was informed by Lara Revel about it. A witness of Burke's arrest came to her place. God damn it. It's just one thing after another, isn't it? Well, it's a good thing I'm planning to spring people from jail anyways. Seized? Why? A groundless suspicion. Many innocent people were arrested and thrown into the dungeons of the town hall last night. Barley and his barbers caused quite a stir yesterday. A stir that has made quite an impression on Sabarov. And so he was ordered to harsh punitive measures. Everything goes exactly as expected. This is his first step towards autocracy. Punishing the guilty does indeed lead to a reduction in crime that he's looking for, but punishing the innocent only increases crime. What a moron. Or perhaps he's cannier than I think. What is Burke being accused of? I don't know, but I have absolutely no doubt it's a false accusation. Artemy has been accused of every possible villainy lately. They call him the Ripper. They cry bloody murder while he works his fingers to the bone trying to save us all. But no one cares about it at all. I know the feeling. I'll demand that Sabarov let him go. Give it a try, dear doctor. Also, it bodes ill for if I... that also bodes ill for if I intend to play the Harris-Vex in my next playthrough. If I do another playthrough of this as the Harris-Vex, bodes ill for me. Artemy deserves it. Even if he has taken it upon himself to break a law or two. Who hasn't? We need him alive. Perhaps if you vouch for him, the fierce Sabarov would let him go. Oh, what a grave mistake it was to grant him full authority. Your mistake, Doctor. Whatever, I'll do my best. Christ. Alright then. Man. It's crazy. These people are nuts. I mean, I'm literally going around robbing people. And they don't bat an eye, but... Meanwhile, this guy's being accused of everything under the sun. Also, that town hall, when I went there earlier, it did not look like it was enough to hold a couple dozen people. Honestly, really packed them in like sardines. Okay then. Yeah, apparently there's only like 5 people. Like, maybe he exaggerated the number that were captured. It's here! The sand plague is already in the left wing! We're working our beaks to the bone, taking the dead out, but the hungry jaws of the sand pests are rustling. Get the uninfected out, quickly! Futile. Though, half an hour ago, a certain kind person provided us with a display of true goodwill and compassion. He'd bought out several dozen people. Who was that? He looked remarkably shady, dressed in a special overall and a beak mask. The nerve! How can you tell anyone's features in such clothes? Yes! I wonder! Glass houses and all. Alright, I'm gonna buy out the rest. Get the cash on the nail. Even if Saburov refuses to take your money, we won't. We're not the scrupulous type. Indeed. 10,000 per person. 10,000?! That's highway robbery! You should be in the jail. 60,000 for the whole batch. Bit much, isn't it? We don't know for sure if these people are truly innocent. What if there are thieves, murderers, or looters among them? What if we let an unspeakable villain out? The price includes the risk-taking. Can't you tell a murderer from an honest person? Of course we can't. It's not like the patrol goons cared about the paperwork when they were collaring these poor souls. Who are they? What have they done to deserve this treatment? Hell, if anyone knows now. Forget the poor wretches. Let it go. Unlike us, you can do it for free. There's only a handful of convicts left in the air here anyway. Well, if you have no idea what they did, then there's no reason to keep them. Whatever. Apparently, appealing to higher justice is futile. The rapacious executors demand a ransom. I wonder what use these fearless corpsmen even have of money. It's worthless these days anyway. This whole day has been most absurd. Indeed. Let's see if Saburov has anything to say on the matter. And the infection blew through here, and everyone died. Not these fucking... Not the intrepid fucking shopkeepers, apparently. Let's see, illegal boots have those already. Protective mask. An antibacterial mask. Reduces the chance of accidental infection. Interesting. 25,000. Jesus Christ. It must... whatever be a fucking great mask. To be worth that. Jesus. Also, oh yeah, also I kind of need to, save up for that. Saburov, what the fuck?
User is looking for those ready to join Razormen. That is dangerous.
They say you've arrested Burke, is that true? Absolutely. That villain was seized as well. Like I said, the night was bountiful. The patrolmen killed more than 50 armed thugs. 50 more were arrested. Soon they're going to be tried by our military court. Was Burke caught red-handed? If he were caught red-handed, he'd have been executed on the spot, just like anyone else who was caught in the act. There's a whole lot of accusations against him, though. Mark Kaminsky will expose his crimes easily. Let Burke go, Governor. He must help me with fulfilling my duties. Never. Burke is accused of a dozen murders at least, including his father's, violation of sacred customs and desecration of the dead. He's the most dangerous criminal of all who have appeared in the town in these horrible days. I won't ever let him out, even if you vouch for him. Where do you keep him? Why do you ask? I need his expert advice. I'm sorry, Bachelor, but you managed to find out who murdered Simon. without examining witnesses or seeing the crime scene or even inspecting the body, which makes me sure that you can do without that savage's advice this time as well. I wish you the best of luck. Fine then. What a douchebag. What did I just get? Not a letter. I guess I should check on Katarina to make sure she's in good health if nothing else. Okay.
I need morphine.
I'm beginning to feel that the wheel of my fortune has finally touched me. Please convince your spouse to set Artemy Burke free. He was arrested on a false accusation. This cannot be. I do not dare to interfere with my husband's decisions. Don't you care about Burke? Of course I do. I dislike this man. If my intuition doesn't fail me, he's bound to cause much grief to our town. And I know that my intuition is correct. My star has finally ascended. I've never sensed the threads of the future as clearly as I do these days. Yet you foretold my death, the death I have safely avoided. Have you now? I'm alive? I don't know. It's very unclear. And yet you claim to see things clearly. Make up your mind. Sometimes people consider themselves alive when they're already corpses. I don't think I have to dispute the obvious.
My stomach hurts as if I was filled with...
Can you even imagine what it's like in the local jail now? We don't have a jail. Where do you keep prisoners then? In the town hall's dungeons. I'm listening to what goes on there. Fear, hatred, revenge, the desire to kill as many as possible. A concoction of emotions, and not the tiniest shred of thought. That's what I sense. Is Burke held there? So that doesn't really bode well for the justice of this town. Very unlikely. The whole town hall is chock full of arrested bandits, though the building was never designed to become a jail. It was founded as a book depository. What's with the fucking jail cells then? Were they intended to be book cells? No, my spouse keeps the beast in its own lair. Maybe by the lair, so forget your pointless pursuit. Why would he keep him by the lair? It would be way easier to hold the beast under arrest in his own place. Perhaps it was because there was less noise across the place. It was very quiet. He'd rather have the clanking of iron so no one would hear the screams or shouting. So no one would come to the rescue. How cold. I'm shivering. Across? As in on the other side of the street, or as in on the whole? Confused. Don't waste your time. Even I can't see a thing. The machine gets in the way. But even if I could, I wouldn't have told you anything. I'm an obedient wife, after all. Machine? What machine? You are positively trying to drive me mad. Can't you see I'm in pain? What machine are you talking about? I don't know anything about machines. Morphine will become the end of you soon enough.
dues.
Huh. Lair. Where would his lair be? The machine! Aha! Factory building number 4 then. Or near it at the very least. Alright. Well, you've given me everything then, have you, Katarina. Oh, hang on, I just have her off again. About the, jail itself. Hang on.
What?
The infection has reached the jail, Governor. The inmates are panicking. Set them free, or I swear you'll be the one to answer to the Inquisitor. I'll make sure of that. I can answer for myself just fine, Bachelor. By the way, if you expect the Inquisitor to show more mercy, then you know nothing of Inquisitors. Especially not the ones sent here by the powers that be. And who would that be? We aren't sure yet, but it's already clear they'll be either Orf or Karminski. I can't tell which one is worse. Ready to bail the innocent ones out. How much do you want for each one? They're not in debtor's prison, Bachelor. They're accused of robberies and banditism, and should be put on trial. No bail. Better death sets them free than your money. Damn you to hell. Damn fool. Anything up here? No. Hoping I can rob him. Alright. So. Okay. Then swing over to here. Then back up through here, over to Vlad. Then to Victor Kane, apparently. Then back to the prison. Hopefully we'll be able to raise the cash to free the prisoners or something. Unfortunately, that'll require a lot of walking. Fortunately, the day is still young. Yeah, 3 coffee, as usual. Some of that. Alright. Let's go then. Affected yesterday, 118. Died yesterday, 79. Total death toll, 395. Only infected. Cannot fight this. It all ends in less than 8 days. Fuck you! In which the Bachelor regrets his affection for the living and would very much prefer to like the dead. What? What, is this the day that he laments that he isn't a necrophiliac? Very peculiar thing to do. Alright.
Purr, says the cat.
Ah, you do have something. Alright. I have a plan. I know how to protect myself from future harassment, so that they wouldn't ever dare treat me like they did yesterday. With all the terrible tests. I'll bribe my way out of this. Bribe my haters away. Okay. Not certain that's a great idea. But alright. Okimsky is greedy, and he could very well use some money now. Are you telling me that the owner of all the industry in the town is facing financial difficulties? Yeah, honestly, probably. Even if it's true, are you really wealthy enough to bribe Okimsky? I'm totally broke right now, but I know how to fix this. Will you help me? We'll split the gain. What, do you have a hidden treasure map or something? It's a treasure, alright, but a tricky one too. It's attainable, but it wouldn't yield to me. That's why I need your help. Yours specifically, since I know that you're to be trusted. Alright, go ahead then. Tell me. Get to see some people are trusting of the right people around here. You must be aware that I'm an outsider too, just like you. I came here a few years ago and stayed. For the fancy opportunities this place provides. Huh. You're lying. You've stayed but because the Ace of Diamonds caravan had been seized and dismantled. Is that really your business? Whether this is why not the caravan creeping out is worse than cannibalism. What? I have no idea what the Ace of Diamonds caravan is. Whatever. Keep talking. No idea what he's talking about. There's probably more stuff that I don't know if this is stuff that I'm not supposed to know what he's talking about, or if I'm supposed to, but it just never indicated. I was supposed to learn it from somewhere that it never indicated that I should go, but assumed that I would, or something similar like that. Like with it's like the letters all over again. I don't know. Well, I didn't travel alone. I had a companion. He was a snake charmer. When the caravan persecutions and arrests started, his back was broken with an iron bar. So he's a usurer now. A spider of a usurer, weaving a net of debtors. He must have amassed a ridiculous fortune. Imagine how much there is to be extorted. How can it be done? You can tell him you've stumbled upon his past. We've been covering for each other, up until now. But the caravan is somehow becoming hot news again. The Canes will bury us alive when they hear about it. Unless the children themselves get to us first. The children themselves? Are you serious? Surely you know that the children of the town possess the means to do great harm. Take Capella for one. Or the bloodthirsty Khan. Or Notkin's soul in halves, who can easily set their dogs upon us. Well, I know that if even one of them gets their hands on a gun, they've got more than enough ammunition to to bring down this whole town. Unfortunately, you know, if they can actually get their hands on a good gun and not these ridiculously inaccurate revolvers. Oh, I'd serve the Sabrovs simply because they do not have a privileged offspring with a gang of fellow fanatics. If you're partners, why don't you ask him to help you out voluntarily? You're planning to bribe the people that threaten you after all, who will likely share your woes. You got the same in store for him too. You're right. Sooner or later he'll face the same situation. But he wouldn't spare me a single coin. No way. Why? He will suspect. If I approach him, he'll think that I'm after a certain child. A child he actually owes me. It's like a debt that is yet to be paid off. Hard to explain, really. Look, it's our business, okay? The caravan used to have its own code of conduct. And according to this code, I have no right to ask anything from the man. Or else he'd demand your rights to the child back, wouldn't he? Do you need the money or don't you? You can demand 100,000 from him. He'll shell out as much as you want him to. And you'll get half the sum if you stop asking pointless questions. Alright, show me where he lives. He lives the hunchback, who turned out to be from Anna's accomplice from her caravan times. Or was he just an accomplice? Who knows what kind of relationship those two had? Alrighty then. So we're blackmailing him then. So then, should I get up to? I've been getting up to so far. I can't. Not really surprised. Can't help but remember one gut-wrenching old story. There was a traveling circus known as the Ace of Diamonds caravan who were allegedly kidnapping small children and turning them into monsters, literally or metaphorically. Anna advises that we try and profit from the situation, that we might blackmail a good deal of money out of that hunchback usurer. I don't know how to pronounce that. I might be pronouncing it correctly, I don't know. Kidnapping small children and turning them into monsters. How distressing. Alrighty then. Well, she said, get half of the 100,000. So if she actually keeps her word, which I have yet to have reason to believe that she wouldn't. She's been reasonable so far. But yeah, if she keeps her word, then that would be that would amount to most of the cash I need to pick those guys out of jail. Ah, fuck. And so, yeah. This could work. And if I can get if I can get the rest of the cash from the other, those two people, Victor and Vlad. Yes. Yes, this could work out quite well. Maybe I'll even make a profit off of this. I don't know what the fuck this is with the Ace of Diamonds caravan. I don't know if any of the actual, any of those stories were actually true. It was just allegedly doing that. And I wouldn't want to jump to conclusions, but the fact that she was talking about him owing her a child is a tad suspicious. Then again, for all I know, they were actually in a... Why did the immunity pop up? Whatever. For all I know, they were actually in some kind of sexual relationship or some such. And the child they were talking about owing her was actually their child. Who knows? Aha! Here we go. Hello. No trespassing. I'm not a trespasser, just a passerby. What about you? Are you by any chance the infamous dangerous offender? What's in it for you? Let's see. No, fuck it. I command you to set him free. I was strictly ordered by Governor Sabrov to guard the prisoner with my life. There was a special order, too. If the prisoner dies of a sandpest, we ain't supposed to bury him or give the body to the undertakers. We had to inform the governor in person and await further instruction. Don't you think it's a bit too strict? Strict my ass. We put almost 70 people behind bars yesterday, on suspicion, of course. Killed loads of folk, too. Must have been thugs and cutthroats, the ones we killed. I heard their thug friends are all up in arms, planning to take revenge on us. They're out of men, and out of luck. If that's, is that so? I think you'd better stay alert, kind sir. The underground world has its ways of keeping its real power disguised. After grief could be an unexpected ally in this matter. Why get my hands dirty? I'm not ready to throw away my reputation yet. Or am I? Shut up. Okay, go to the bad grave. Gonna have to... Oh, I'm gonna have to come back here, aren't I? God damn it. You know what? Fuck you. Whoa! Oh, that actually worked! Oh. Okay then. I guess I can just straight up murder these people. That... Okay. Trying to just go up and murder inconvenient people. This whole fucking game. I'm not gonna get a chance to do it now. And then... What? What? Oh, I could have sworn I had more bullets. Oh no, that's rifle rounds, damn it. Okay, maybe if I can... No, I can't. I don't think I can get behind any of these. And this is probably not a good position. Ow, fuck. It's honestly ridiculous how much damage these children do with their bare fists. How do I want to play this? Yeah, like a grenade or something. Can I get out of here? No. Ow, fuck. Only my revolver would actually reliably work. Then because I only have 2 rounds in it. But if it would actually work reliably, these headshots and all, I could headshot 2 of them and then fight the last one with a knife. See, that should be killing him, but no. It just doesn't make any sense. I've seen them die in a single shot from a revolver headshot. I know it's possible, it just doesn't work reliably. Alright. Ow! Come on! What? Ah! Come on. These fucking revolvers are so fucking garbage. Look at that! It's going right through him! Why do these revolvers suck so much? What? No, damn it. And also, if they didn't do a million damage with every punch, literally more damage than like 3 knife hits. And also, they can attack like 3 times a second. And also take a million hits to kill! Even though I've looked it up! Seriously, I've looked it up. A revolver round deals like almost all of their HP and damage. Are you serious? What is wrong with this revolver? No revolver in the world would be this inaccurate. This is retarded. This is absolutely retarded. Oh my god! My other revolver have any ammo in it? No. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Everything about this is so stupid. Literally every single element of this is retarded. You know what? Fuck this. Fuck this. I'm just gonna fucking enable God mode, because this is retarded. Oh, I'm using the knackered one, aren't I? Oh, whatever. Wow. Apparently I'm doing no damage? What? What? The fuck is this? Look at this. I should be doing like a quarter of their health per hit. This is retarded. There's no reason it should take this. Oh, this is retarded. This is so fucking stupid! Even with God mode, this is still utterly retarded. And that completely took out all of my reputation, apparently. Oh, fucking God. So sick of this bullshit. Just endless stupidity of it all. Why even have a combat system if it's gonna be this embarrassingly bad? Why even have guns if they're going to be utterly worthless because they can't shoot straight? Why have weapons if they do no damage? What the fuck is this bullshit? I know these guys can be killed. I've killed them, and yet suddenly it's just doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Jesus fucking Christ. Die! Why can you hit me from miles away? But if I'm not literally hugging you, you take no damage. Fucking God. Wait, which one was this? Hang on, which one had... Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll just have to be a bit more clever with my cheats then. This is stupid. Okay. Come on. You're kidding me. There's no trace. Apparently you can't control copy paste. What is this fucking 1980s? 87128. All right. 87128. 87128. F 878. Health. There we go. Dead. Eventually! Jesus Christ, how long is this gonna take? Okay. There we go. Got the key. And fuck all of you. Hello. We finally meet. After all that nonsense. What? And so we finally meet. Oinon? Oinon? What? Just a pair of pawns on this dreadful chessboard where each square is blacker than black itself. Are we friends or are we foes? Will one consume the other, or will we part, each striving for his own victory? I'm really not in the habit of rejecting an extended hand. But why do I constantly hear that you're getting in my way, jeopardizing the people I'm trying to save? You've been lied to. Why do they say that your path is paved with corpses and you're going to drown the town in blood? That is true. I will drown it in blood. It's been foretold. You know that I come from the Steppe Kit. We value the words that tell the future of our warden. Some people I kill in order to save others. That is all I can say in my defense. I have nothing but respect for you, but we're unlikely to get along. In you, I see myself. I see the hands of your fate hold you by the shoulder. You are a pawn. I am a player. We'll see which of us is a pawn in the end. You can't just call yourself a player. You have to deserve this right. Farewell, bachelor. I mean, I'm literally a player. Wait a minute, I need your help. What kind of help do you need? Before you reply, you must know that I'm already about to leave and undertake something rather risky. I promised to help somebody. If the person you've promised to help is Ruben, there's no need to try and be in two places at once. It was actually him that advised I meet you. I see. Master Ruben wants to take care of people. I admire that. Will you help get us an infected heart? I will. I will be working alone, though. Meet me in the blind backyard at 9 in the evening. I'll pick out someone whose foot is in the grave already, then take them to a dark corner and start working. I'm likely to move around a lot, so look for me in the neighborhood. Why 9? That's when it gets dark. I've got enough enemies in the town already. Darkness offers protection. What if something unexpected happens? I'll cut open the dying person and start working. If they find me, I'll lead the pursuit elsewhere. If that is how the situation unfolds, you'll have to pick the heart from the body yourself. I hope my harvest will be good for Stark and you. I'll find you, Bark. Alright. 9 in the afternoon. Your eyes are the size of the moon. You could because you can, so you do. I'm right to meet with Burke at 9 in the blind backyard. Or somewhere in the near vicinity if something scares him away. I hope he has something for me. Yep. Alright. Let's go then. I sure hope the guards that are still alive there won't cause you any trouble. Alright. Let's swing through this bridge and up to here. Alright, let's go. Yeah, but man, Jesus Christ, this fucking revolver is inaccurate. I'd assume it was because it's on lower durability, but I've used it when it was on max durability and it wasn't any better. So I think these revolvers just suck. I'd love to get a rifle, but I'm not entirely certain it's worth 20k. So it might be, assuming it's more accurate than the revolver. If not, well, it's worthless. I've got some rifle ammo, and I can get some more from the kids. Yeah. Might have to dip into some of my shroud supply, but I've got. So I have to dip into some of that barter supplies that I'd normally use for Schmouder, but honestly, I've got 10 Schmouder. I'll probably be fine. I'd like to get 13. That's an auspicious number, but not certain I will.
It is easier to govern others than to prevent being governed.
Being locked up in jail equals being sent to the gallows in the current situation. Full spell, imminent death. The executors demand 10,000 per person. 20,000 is the best I can do. Hopefully this will restore at least a shred of the lost faith in authority. It's a very lump sum. Thank you. Alright, 20k. If Victor can't... alright, that's... Combined with the 50k I'll be getting from everything, and hopefully I'll get at least... Hopefully I'll get at least another 20k from Victor Kane, or at least another, or maybe 10k, something. Hopefully if I get at least something from Victor Kane, I should be making a profit off of this. Overall, over this day at least. Alright, what was this again? Ah yes, the Hunchback. Let me just loot the place while I'm here. Oh. Unless of course there's nothing here. Damn. Okay. Oh, yoink. Ah, fuck. Honestly, these alpha tablets don't really seem that useful at this point. But they could be used. Could still be useful. I mean, ugh. Oh, hi. Yo. There. Gotcha. Man to do the job. Help me, kind sir. Save my poor soul. You're walking all around the town, don't ya? Your line of work demanding it all. Please, help me find my daughter. That little darling thing hasn't come home today. Was she kidnapped? She must have left at dawn and she's still not back. I went to sleep and slept like a log. The twilight haze does that to you. And by my side was the pretty thing sleeping. In the morning, I woke up to find her gone. Neighbors didn't see a thing, them blind bats. I'd give you anything. I'm rich. When I get 100,000, 150? 200. Fine, 200 it is. Just bring her back to me. How do I recognize her? My name's Willow. She's 17. Dark wavy hair and the beauty of a very, very beautiful girl. No distinct marks though. She's a lovely singer and dancer. Now's not a good time for singing and dancing though, so I don't know. No resemblance to you then? You find it funny to mock a grieving old hunchback, kind sir? No, not even a slightest shred of resemblance, not in the appearance. She took after her late mother. Where is she likely to have gone to? I don't know. Everywhere. She might be in an infected district. Or maybe not. Oh, what if she was murdered, slaughtered, seized by them patrol morons and thrown into jail? Been to the town hall, though. No sign of my little girl. Alright then. Try. I don't feel I'm likely to succeed. Here, have some money. In advance. We have more where it came from. This is criminal money, illicit money, earned through bad doing. It's time it served a good purpose. Those thugs, those robbers, I've always hated them. Even Nina couldn't take my daughter away from me. How can this be happening now, huh? After all those years of having her here. Okay, so either he's lying to me about her or being his daughter, or he's telling the truth. And if he's telling the truth, then it's entirely possible that I might have been right about him and Anna Angel. Alright, wait for me here. I'll go check out this old daughter thing. Hunchback Fire Eater, or wherever he was back in the day, has a heart. I wonder what kind of relationship he has with his daughter, as I detect a lecherous undertone beneath the worry in his voice. Either way, he clearly wants to have his daughter back. I wonder what Anna could reveal in this matter. Yes. Yes. It could indicate that he's not actually her father. Oh, the whole lecherous undertone thing. Or it could just be that he's very proud of his daughter. Or it could be that it could be some sort of weird incestuous stuff going on. Which I don't necessarily have a problem with. But there might be but it could be indicative of abuse going on. And that I do have a problem with. But first, the victor. And from the victor come the spoils. So to speak. 909.
Saburov has started a pointless manhunt. What a timely governor.
Indeed. If the new governor carries on like this, strife will certainly be unavoidable. This is a judicial temper tantrum, a result of total impotence on the part of the authorities. I already know everything. Young Dankovsky wants to bail several people out. He is a good man, this Vlad the Younger. Sometimes I regret that he's not in charge of the Bull Project. He's more humane than his father. Where are these innocents? First, there were mass arrests because of yesterday's act of sabotage. They took everyone who had taken part in breaking the water supply, even those who they thought could benefit from the act in some way. What? That is how several selfless volunteers ended up in jail for distributing water. Such a bloody shame. You'll be even less pleased to find out those people were arrested on your authority. It was claimed that you were the one who had discovered the roots of this conspiracy, and that those roots turned out to be quite sprawling. Ah, for fuck's sake, Saburov. Let's see, anything else? Like he was using my authority before he even became... before he even seized power in the first place, god damn it. Secondly, in went everyone who was armed. Alarmed, people had been preparing for fights with the savage Barley's barbers. Many had armed themselves with knives and even pistols in order to protect themselves and their loved ones. This is absurd. Yeah, disarming the populace and all that. That is even worse, actually. And finally, they arrested poor souls caught searching dead bodies, and the buildings already gutted by marauders, including brothers taking lockets from their dead sisters, and homeowners returning to the ashes of their homes. I've heard enough. Saburov will pay for this dearly.
There's buzzing in my ears.
The devil take a governor like that. I'm not sure what I would have done in his place. His position is far from enviable. Will you help me free the innocent from jail? I'll present Saburov with an ultimatum. Soon he will see for himself how pointless and pernicious this idea turned out to be. He thinks he can terrorize the people, but all he'll accomplish is to turn the people into a gang of armed thugs. By tomorrow I'll have pressed this matter and freed the innocent. There was an infected person in one of the cells. The fever had already spread in there. The executors can't even separate the sick from the healthy, so tightly is the jail crammed. What are you suggesting? The executors guarding the prisoners happily take bribes when the governor isn't looking. They want 10,000 per person. We barely have any money left. 55,000, that's all we have right now. Try intimidating the executors. Name drop the Canes. Tell them we know all about their schemes. That they themselves will end up behind bars unless they let these people out of jail. I don't think they're going to listen. These masked people are suicide volunteers. They're not of this world. They fear nothing. Fine. Take 25,000. At least bail out someone. Several people. And I think I will still draft that ultimatum to Saburov. If we survive the epidemic, he and us, I swear, will remind him of all this. I myself intend to frighten him with the prospect of the Inquisitor's wrath. We'll have to account for his actions to superior authorities one way or the other. Whether it be superior authorities in this life or the next. Not that I'm a religious man. Yeah. Alright. We have... yeah, more than enough cash to bail them out. That's 25,000 from him, 20,000 from the other guy, that's 45,000. So, and I'll be making a net loss of... let's see, it was a 60, that's, yeah, 15,000 then. Or, wait, no, didn't I get 10,000 from Vlad earlier? I think. Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have 90,000. I mean, I started this day with like I definitely didn't start this day with, cause like I'd end up with 30,000 if I paid the guy 60,000, and I so So if I was making a net loss of 15k, then that would mean I would have started the day with started out with 45,000, which I definitely didn't. Wait, no, I got 10,000 from that other guy. The right, as an advance. All right, got your cash. Deemed bachelor, I got the money. Take it. Well, let them go then. Oh, we're going to miss the poor sods. Though I'm pretty certain the governor will soon provide us with new company. Oh, I hope you're not prone to missing things. That would look bad on your newly acquired working record. I'll make sure the governor assigns you to clean up infected houses. Ha! Nice. Wow, cutscene. I haven't seen any of those except in the theater. Alright. That's that then. Several have set free the people who were wrongly incarcerated, or at least those who did not die in prison. Unsurprisingly, the survivors are bitter beyond belief. Our governor's preventative measures may bring about the opposite result than intended. Well, Savarov didn't set them free. But alright. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to Anna again then, shall we? Actually, maybe I should cut the video here. Whatever. Alright, Anna. You got any idea where the kid might be hiding?
Purr, says the cat.
Well, he's willing to pay. I didn't even have to threaten him or mention your name. On what terms? I beg you, tell me the terms. He wants me to find his daughter in an infected district. I have no idea how to do it, though. Oh, yes. Oh, I see. Yes, I know who he's talking about. She's not his biological daughter, though. He kidnapped her from a family of poor weavers 8 years ago, planning to fashion her into a dancer, but at the 11th hour he changed his mind and adopted her. And now he adores her. So, she's disappeared, huh? Ow. Okay, then. Interesting. That's a peculiar story. Let's see, so she's a dancer? Yes, try your luck asking around in the pub. She used to have a side job there, nightly, keeping it secret from her foster father. The new outbreak may have caught her right there. Perhaps she was unable to get home before dawn, like she usually does. To me, he's filthy rich. Why didn't he give her pocket money? She did this for pleasure, you see. She enjoyed dancing naked and drinking the thick twirine which flows like water there. I doubt the hunchback would allow her all this. And then I'll ask her into the pub. Ah. Bit of teenage rebellion, then. The daughter had a traditional circus upbringing. What her father doesn't know is that she's been working as a dancer in a twirine shebeen. Why doesn't he know this? Is he disillusioned with the caravan to such an extent that he wants to wipe the slate clean? Either way, I should talk with the daughter myself. Yes. I'd like to get to the bottom of all this. So far, I've only heard what other people have told me about her. What does she have to say about herself?
Why do you all come here?
Is that her? I don't know. Is that her? Oh. It seems the hunchback's daughter has been visiting this wonderful establishment at night. Is that really something that a behaved child would do? I sense foul play. Oh, at night. Oh. So this is yet another thing I need to wait until like 9 or 10 or something to do. Okay, so... Huh. Okay then, so that means that I've got literally nothing to do until around 9 or whatever, until sundown. Okay then, this seems like a good place to cut the video here. I'll cut the video. I guess I'll just sort of wander around, looting places, looting some places in the infected district, maybe getting some lockpicks and burgling some places. If I do get that, if I do get the money that I was promised, maybe I will actually wind up buying that protective mask if I come into a lot of cash. You can say. Help. Yeah, you know what? I think I will buy it. In the meantime, use it to get through the infected areas with a bit more safety. Hopefully I won't regret it. Anyways. Until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.